Who doesn't love fresh, homemade, wood-fired pizza? Now, it's the beginning of November out here, so it's a little bit cold, but the beauty of these ovens are that you can cook a pizza any time of the year, and it'll always come out the same way. Today, I'm going to be talking to you through the best way to cook a pizza on this wood-fired pizza oven by Dellonda. The thing with wood-fired pizza ovens is it can require a little bit of patience to use. Once the oven's up to temperature, the actual cooking of the pizza is really quick. You can cook a lovely pizza in 60 seconds, 2 minutes, depending on your temperature. But it's the initial setup that just requires a little bit of patience to use. We've all got so used to pushing the button on an oven now, popping in a pizza, waiting 20 minutes, it's done, you haven't got to do anything. With wood-fired pizza oven, you're in control of the heat and you're in control of the fire, but that's the fun of it. It's such a great product to use with the family. You know, you can have friends round, those lovely evenings in the summer where you could just cook beautiful pizzas, and the results you get from wood-fired pizza, you just can't compare with a conventional oven. At Dellonda, we have 2 wood-fired pizza ovens in the range. We have this black version. We also have a stainless steel version as well. Both include a pizza peel, and you also get your corduroy stone in there, which is engineered to reach really high temperatures, creating that lovely crispy base on the bottom of your pizza. You also get, on both models, a smoking cap. Take the chimney off, pop your smoking cap on, because you don't just have to cook pizza in these ovens. You can cook meat, fish, veg, you can cook whatever you want. So we do give you a smoking cap as well, especially when you're cooking fish. You get that lovely smoky salmon. Gorgeous. Okay, so I think we're ready to start putting fuel in the oven and getting it heated up. A couple of things I will just mention to you first. At the bottom of at the front here, you've got a temperature gauge. Now what that's going to do is that's going to give you the air temperature of the inside of the pizza oven. The stone will be at a different temperature. You can use like a laser thermometer to test the temperature of your stone, because it won't match the air temperature. The air temperature is almost what the top of your pizza is going to cook, because obviously the air at the top and the stone is going to be what's cooking your base, and you want the stone really nice and hot. Also, this temperature will adjust. Obviously, if you put fuel in there and there's a big fire going at the back and you want to give it a quick check, obviously your temperature is going to go down because you pulled the front off. The main thing is you're getting heat into that stone, and that's what's going to give you a lovely crispy textured base on the bottom of your pizza. Right, so let's get the pizza oven heated up. What I'm going to use for the fuel, I've got wood pellets which burn really, really well, and I'm also using a wood kindling. This will take charcoal as well, so you could choose what you use. Today I'm going to use wood kindling and pellets. So first thing I'll do is take the fuel box out the back of the unit. Now, one thing to remember with the fuel box is not to overfill it. Don't go cramming loads of wood in there, charcoal, pellets, because one, you've got to slide it back into the oven, and two, you don't want to just overfill it because you need airflow in there. So don't go over 95%. You've also got vents at the back, and a good tip to remember is if you've got a breezy day like it is today, face your pizza oven, or face the back of the pizza oven towards the wind. So the wind's coming through the back, through these vents, and you're going to get a nice airflow. So I'm going to put a couple of fire starters in here, just to get it going initially. I'm also going to add a good handful of pellets in there too. And then put some kindling in there as well. So that's probably fine. So you don't want to overfill it. Initially, you want to get your fire started back into the oven, and that's then where you can use your fuel feeder system. Instead of constantly pulling out your fuel box and adding fuel and burning your hands, we've got this fuel feeder system where you open it up and you're pouring fuel down there. Again, don't go, you think your temperature's going down, you think, oh no, I need to get it up, my pizza's in there, and you're shoving loads of pellets and wood down there. You're only going to suffocate the fire and it's not going to heat up. Just little and often. You just want to put little and often, keep it going all the time, and that's how you're going to maintain high temperature consistently. I think we get a few people mention that I can't keep my temperature up, it goes down and up and it fluctuates. It's probably because you're just smashing loads of fuel in temperature's going down because you've suffocated it, and then when it does ignite, it goes absolutely crazy, so you get a really inconsistent temperature. So it's just putting in there little and often. It's just going to maintain that lovely consistent level. So that's fine in there for me. So what I'll do is get the blowgun out, and we'll just start the fire. Okay, so once that's started to take and you've got it alight, you can go back into the pizza oven, and now you just want to use this fuel feeder. You don't want to keep taking the fuel box out the back and filling it that way. Just little and often adding bits of fuel into sort of the hopper system, and if we open that up there, you can see it's burning really nicely. So it's going to take around 15-20 minutes to get it up to a nice temperature, and I'll show you shortly what the temperature of the stone is at. We'll put the laser gun on there and we'll show you. And what we're really looking for is sort of 400 plus on your stone. The air temperature is probably going to get to around 380, but it's the stone that you want nice and hot for that base. Been going a couple of minutes now, so I'm just going to open the back. It's burning nicely, but just add a couple of bits of wood in there. Don't want to go crazy. And then just a small handful of pellets, just to keep it going. And that's looking good. And while you're waiting for that to heat up, so you've got about 15 minutes before you get it to its ideal cooking temperature, you can start making your pizza. And this is where you can have a nice, good bit of fun. You can get the kids involved. Just put a bit of floury rolling pin. So I'm just going to be really simple. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to do a nice mozzarella pizza. So, but you can put what you want on there. And you don't have to use fresh homemade dough. You can buy a pizza at the supermarket and just put it in there. But as I said, with dough, or even pre-made dough, but with dough you can get that really nice taste on the pizza peel. So stretch it out, and we're just gonna top up the pizza oven. Don't forget about that. Burning really nicely in there now. So the temperature's going up as well. Nice amount of sauce on there as well. So I'm just going to be simple with this one. Mozzarella on there. So you can go crazy, you can put what you want on there, but for me, I just like a nice simple pizza. Give it another top up of wood pellets, but some really good flames coming out of there. I'll do a quick temperature check on here. So the temperature on the thermometer gauge on the pizza oven is sitting at sort of nearly 250. But if I measure the stone at the back here, it's looking at sort of 360. So it's definitely getting hotter. And I'll give it probably be about another 5 minutes and it'll probably be ready. You can see here if I open the door how the flames are almost like licking across the top of the pizza oven, and that's what you want. That's what's going to cook the top of the pizza. And so you might notice that temperature going down here. It's because I'm taking the door off, obviously, to show you how it's looking, but it doesn't affect the temperature of the stone inside. Give it one last temperature check. Okay, lovely. So we're at 400. So the pizza is ready to go in. Get your pizza, make sure it's moving around nicely on your pizza peel. You go straight in, flick of the wrist, and we're in. Now this is where you want to keep a close eye, because if you've got your stone really hot, it's not going to take long for your pizza to cook. But don't forget, once your pizza's in there, it doesn't mean you have to stop fueling your fire. If anything, that's the most important bit. Once your pizza's in, a lot of people go, oh, it's done now, I'm at my heat. Keep it going, keep it topped up, your fuel. You almost want to take the pizza a little bit too far, not burn it, but it's okay to have an edge that's a little bit crispy and crunchier than the other side, and all different textures around the pizza. And that's what makes a really good wood-fired pizza, is it's not consistent all the way around. Been in there about 45 seconds, so we're going to give it a quick turn. 180, there he goes, lovely, cooked lovely on the edge there. Quick turn, back in, door back on, and wait another minute or so, it should be ready. Okay, we've been in there about a minute and a half, so I think we're ready to get it out. And look at that, a beautiful, gooey, cheesy, homemade wood-fired pizza. Every pizza you cook is going to be different. It's going to have a different texture. You might burn a couple, but it's fine, it's okay. You'll get used to it. You can go really thin and crispy. It'll cook really quickly, so you've got to keep an eye on it. Or you can go a little bit thicker, and it'll just take a little bit longer. But that's pretty much it. Things to remember is don't overfill your fuel box, because you need the airflow to it. Use the hopper system little and often. Don't smother it and put loads in there. You can take the chimney off and smoke fish, meat, you can roast vegetables in there. And the temperature on the front isn't the temperature of the stone. The temperature on the front gives you an indication of what the air temperature is inside. The stone will be hotter. So don't think, oh, my stone isn't getting to 400 degrees because it doesn't say it on here. Two different things. That's just telling you about the air temperature. I hope that's helped and given you sort of an idea and an overview of our wood-fired pizza ovens, how to maintain your temperature, how to put your fuel box in, you know, your stone temperature. If you do need any more help, you've got any questions, don't be afraid to contact our support team. We've got such a really good after-sales service with Dellonda. But hope that helps. Thanks. Oh, we've got to try some of this. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, you've got to have some. It's absolutely delicious. Have some of this.